What's all that banging in the background?
That's my wife. Sean, can you shut the kitchen door, please? Banging around all your pots and pans. Well, Will can hear everything.
We'll tell him to off.
Did you hear that, Will? What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome.
Come on, we're back.
Welcome to the Tom and Will FPL show. I'm here. Will's here. How you doing, Will?
I'm here. I'm good, man. Everyone else is having a holiday, having a nice little break. But we love this channel so much that we're bringing you some content on the fly.
We knew that you guys would be missing us, so we thought we'd better come back with something.
Exactly. How you been, mate?
Yeah, mate, wicked, mate. I've been very excited to catch up with you, mate, because we haven't spoken. We actually have not spoken properly in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been horrible. I hated it. It's just the worst. No, I've been busy, man. As I said, I think if you remember last time we chatted, I was moving houses, selling houses. The room is different for the people coming to view it. This is not my good side. I've had to reset up. The light's wrong. But yeah, no, it's good. Viewing's going well. I think I've already sold the flat. So
nice.
Yeah,
already sold it,
hopefully.
mate. Done it.
Well, on for a week. Already sold it. So
I said that would happen, didn't I? I said that would get snapped up straight away.
Cheers, thanks, Tom.
Yeah, congrats. And
well, I'm gonna have one guess about see what you've been doing, apart from spending time with your lovely wife and children.
I don't. In fact, well, I don't even think you need to guess. You're correct.
It's golf time, baby.
It's golf time.
My goodness. Can we just quickly touch? This is not a golf show, but it's a show for everything, really. I watched a bit of the US Open, and it looked nasty, right? And then it got worse.
It's tough, mate. Mate, the rough in the US Open is like you like playing out of like basically bushes. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, what Will's referring to is, I know I've mentioned it before, guys. We've got my Ryder Cup, which we call the Cider Cup, kicks off this weekend. It's every 2 years, but this one we had to take a year out, so it's been 3 years since the last one, and it's big time.
How come you had to take a year out?
Because one of the main boys, I mean they're all main boys now. One of the 12, he was ill, and instead of replacing him, we're just like, take a year. We'll see you next year.
Take a hit.
Take a year. Because we're good blokes. Don't leave a man behind.
That's such a solid thing to do, man. 100%.
And he's back.
Right thing.
So we're going to Wales. We're playing the Vale. 2 games on Saturday. We've got 4 ball. And then we do Greensomes, which is alternate shot, which gets really hairy, really stressful. Because basically, so there's 18 holes for any uneducated people in the world of golf, right? You have to have between you have to use at least 7 drives, tee shots from each player. So if you're having a bad day, which has just happened to me before, where I can't hit a tee shot, it's like, okay, I can't hit this tee shot, we'll use your tee shot this time. Okay, and another bad one for me, we'll use yours. Suddenly you start running out of holes, and it's like, Tom, we've got to use your tee shot on this hole. Like, keep the ball in play, for God's sake.
Don't keep. Don't try and tank
calm.
it. Just stay straight.
Yeah,
stay straight.
I did one year.
Hug
The
right.
I remember we had to use one of my drives, and I hit an air shot. Like, I was so nervous, I just completely missed it. My playing partner's like, for sake, honestly. So yeah, that's on Saturday, and then Sunday we're going over to Celtic Manor, which once held a Ryder Cup in 2010. It's called the 2010 course, which we're not playing. We have played that before, but we're going to play the Montgomery course on Sunday, and that is singles, head-to-head. It's serious, mate. So yeah, this week, mate, I'm literally going down the range at every opportunity. Played golf yesterday, hoping to go down the range this afternoon, if not tomorrow. Yesterday, not too bad. Not too bad.
How's that trophy, more importantly?
I've got it right here, mate. I'm looking
Let's have a look.
I've got it right here. It just sits on the desk. It's pretty
How's
glorious.
that? Oh, look at that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Mate, you've done well. Is it sturdy on that base?
No, just come straight off. I just thought, I actually came up with the idea when we were last talking about it on the show, and I was like, do you know what? It doesn't need to be attached. This is great. Just take it. It's a presentation base. Do you know what I mean? When it sits on it perfectly. It's the perfect size hole. When it's on the desk, it's in that. When it's getting drunk out of, it's like that.
It's in that. I remember when we were saying, we were like, you want to make sure that base is screwed as tight, because if that's even slightly flexible, someone's got the trophy on the base holding it above their head.
Totally,
Everyone's going to
That's
do
what
it,
I mean.
and the trophy's gone.
And mate, I bought a lot of Gorilla Glue, and there was no amount of glue that's going to keep that on there. So it's a presentation base. It looks great, and I'm very happy, mate. I just hope that I've still got it next week, mate. That's what I'm hoping. It's we'll see how we go.
Bated breath. Oh, we're going to have to do a show next week then as well. So then, what are we doing today? What are we talking about? What did you want to talk about?
Well, I thought, I mean, we're into transfer. The transfer window has reopened
Back open again,
after a short 6-day hiatus. Is open again. So I thought we'll delve into the transfer rumours and also focusing on Liverpool, Manchester United, because they are our teams. That we can talk a little bit in depth about how it's been going for Liverpool, Man United, and what we're looking to get done over the next month or so. And that's pretty much it for today. We'll do a shorter show. We're not going to do 20 questions. We gave you a little 20 questions last week, which was a welter. So we're just going to talk transfers, really. Talk a little bit of Club World Cup and just anything else that's been going on. Before we dive into football, have you been doing anything else, Will? Looks like you've been growing your hair, if I'm honest with you.
Do you know what? Look, this is getting cut today.
Bad. It doesn't look bad, by the way.
I think last time we spoke, I was like, I desperately need my haircut. And then I went down to Lime Region. I was flat out getting the flat sorted. Flat sorted. Didn't get my haircut. And then I didn't want to trust the barbers down in,
Down south.
Right. Yeah.
South of the wall. Don't get a haircut.
My nephew Orson, he's a young teenager, and he's like, no, you can go to my place. My place is good. They'll sort you out. And I was like,
I don't know about that, mate. I've seen his hair.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on at the front. One of those ones. Apart from that, mate, I'll tell you what I'm doing.
Go on.
I'll tell you, this is brand new information.
Great.
It's one of my random things that I just suddenly thought, I know what I'll do. Because I can't really go on holiday at the moment because there's too many bits going on, like flats and bits and pieces. Too much paperwork to do.
Got all your fingers covered in pie, haven't you, at the moment?
I'm feeling sticky. I'm a sticky boy. I'm gonna walk to Lyme Regis
from
home.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna go from London.
God, we need
Dorset.
FPL back. What's going on?
I'm gonna walk from London to the Devon-Dorset border because as I said, I can't really go on holiday, and I don't want to just jump in the car with Luna.
How long is that going to take?
It's going to take me 5-6 days
to walk it.
Yeah.
And when are you doing this?
I might do it on Sunday. I'm just going to wing it. Just depends when the next show is. It actually does.
Who is this guy? It's like Gandalf. I'm gonna walk. I will be there by sunrise on the 5th day.
Can I be real with you? I'm gonna be totally honest. Right. I'm potentially moving soon. I'm not really sure where yet. I can't buy a gym membership because it's not enough. Like, I'm going to be moving so quickly, sure. I might as well just not. And I was like, I know, get out in the sunshine, get out walking Luna, get out try and lose some bloody weight. Just see some of this beautiful country that's now probably not going to be around for much longer, considering there's like missiles flying through the bloody air.
Yeah, maybe.
But enough about that. But yeah, so that's my plan. All
right.
So
good luck to you.
What else was there? That's pretty much it. But I am 100% firmly keeping my eye on the transfer market.
All right, let's get into it, shall we?
Okay.
So I thought we could kick off by just talking through today's paper talk. just to see what rumours there are circulating. As of today, we are recording on Tuesday, the 17th of June. So, today's paper chat. Manchester City right back Kyle Walker agrees to join Everton. Supposedly.
Really?
Yeah, for a 1-year deal. Let's see. That's from The Sun. What do you think about that? Think there's anything in that? He didn't work out. He went to AC Milan on loan, didn't he? Didn't do so great. AC Milan didn't want to continue. Man City obviously still interested in letting him go. Is his deal up? Has he run out of contract or what?
He's out. He's out
right.
of the deal. So the thing is with Kyle Walker is I thought last season he was done. I think his legs were gone. Even to the point that I was like, I don't even think that in the Serie A, the Italian league, I didn't think that he'd managed there very well. He did all right there by the sounds of things, but not enough for AC to keep him. So it's a big statement from AC Milan because he was obviously once one of the best there was, and then he played for England and captained England the other day, and I was like, he was out of position, he got caught short, and people were just like, look, man, it's one of the hardest things to see in football when you see someone with that gas and that ability, and him just not being as sharp.
Yeah.
And it's sharpness. It may not just be pace, but it's like you're losing a yard of sharpness as well.
He's 35 now. He's 35.
He's nearly.
He's done great. He was
basically
rapid at 33, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You wish he was your age. But I think he'll do a job for Everton. They've released Ashley Young, who obviously was like 40 and playing right back most of the season.
My age.
Yeah. So for them, they're getting a whippersnapper and Kyle Walker coming in. They're like, Kyle, come on down.
Like for like. Like for like replacement.
So you could see that. You could see some legs in that deal, if not in Kyle Walker.
For sure. Not the most reliable source, Sun newspaper, fair. But I'll take it.
Fair. Sun Sport's not too bad. Okay. Let's get down to brass tacks now. Next, we've got Brentford and Cameroon forward Brian Mbeumo is leaning towards a move to Manchester United over Tottenham Hotspur, despite former manager Thomas Frank joining the latter. That'll be music to your ears, Will, if that's the case, and he actually does fancy United over Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this deal has been going on for way too long for like the people that have been watching that follow the United properly, and then we've known that this deal was on the cards from way before Thomas Frank was leaving, and all of this smoke about him going to Tottenham is just he already agreed. And we'll come back to when players say out loud to the press, the club that I want to go to is X. He said that like 2 weeks ago. So we're going to get the here we go on that like soon, this week I'd imagine. And that's great. And what a great bit of business. Cunha and Mbeumo, I'm pumped. We'll come up to the forwards in a bit.
Thoughts on Mbeumo's wage demands?
What is he saying? What have you? What is it? He wants over 200, doesn't he?
Yeah, he basically said when United declared their interest, he's like, yeah, great, I'd love to come to Manchester United. That'll be 250 grand a week, please, because it's Manchester United. I think players they just see you as a payday.
We'll come back to this again. It is. I don't want to stick on this too much because I could talk for hours about this, but. It is. We're definitely getting this left, right, and centre. If you go to Man City, for one, you don't even know about the deal, and Man City all of a sudden pop up and they go. And Liverpool's the same. Liverpool, City, every other club's the same. You don't even hear about it, and then all of a sudden they're like, "You've put in a bid for this for 30 mil and 10 plus with add-ons, and they're on 150 grand a week." And they're like, and the deal's pretty much done. And then all of a sudden they're holding up the shirt. With United, it's like 4 weeks worth of business and like backwards and forwards, and I hate it. And it's an extra bloody United tax.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. It is always out in the papers, and I guess that's because Garnacho's still there, just telling everyone, isn't he? Just
there's some snakes in the grass in United, right?
Yeah. But be good. Thomas Frank joining Spurs obviously just caused a little last minute delay because Thomas Frank's obviously going to be like, hey, we need a winger at Spurs.
Come on,
why don't we get my man Brian over to London? And for me, Mbeumo should be going to Spurs, really, because they've got Champions League football. It's a manager that is proven. Like, mate, you know how much I like Thomas Frank. I actually thought he should have gone to United when you guys were after a manager. I hold him in high regard.
Me too. I've fan of Brentford, fan of all of their team, and Thomas Frank has done such a good job there.
Yeah,
he has really, and Brian Mbeumo has definitely, as he came out in the papers yesterday, said, "Look, good luck. He's going to do great wherever he goes." And it kind of seemed like that statement was enough without saying anything. It was like he's done so much for my career. Good luck. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's going to do great, Thomas Frank, and I'm sure that Tottenham will become from strength to strength this season after last season. But one thing is that United, Brian Mbeumo definitely just wants. He made his choice. Be like he wants that shirt, and he wants to go. He's been sold the plan.
Do you know what I think? I think he wants 250 grand a week, and United are the only people that are going to give it to him. That's pretty much it, mate.
we won't give him 250. We're on stricter wage demands now, but it will be.
He
like
would have heard. He would have. Thomas Frank would have been like, "Let's get Brian Mbeumo." And Brian's like, "Yeah, fantastic." Daniel, what can we offer? What can we offer Brian? He wants to come. Oh, that much? Okay. Brian, it's not going to work, mate. You're not going to like that.
What was he on before? For about 40-ish with some bonus. Give him 50 and no bonus. Okay, 50. No, and Brian's just gone. No, absolutely not. But it is that. But fingers crossed. And also, can I just say one thing? Go
on, last thing. We got to move on.
The key to anything about all of these transfer rumours, you can't see Brian Mbeumo in a white shirt. You can see him in a red shirt.
Good. Just saying. Good way to finish. Right. Thanks. Newcastle have apparently opened talk with Brighton over the signing of Brazil forward and FPL fan favourite João Pedro. Only 22 still, João Pedro. He feels like he's been around the block for a while. And they've also interested in Sporting Lisbon and Ivory Coast centre-back Osman Diomande. Diomande. He was 21. That's in the Telegraph. So Newcastle trying to do a bit of business.
I like it.
João Pedro could be an interesting shout. I guess he's kind of, he can play across that front line, which is what they need. Because obviously you're not going to knock Isak out, but he could play anywhere along the top. So he's a good utility player for Newcastle.
100%. What definitely shocked about 22. Because I just read that and I was like, I feel like he has been around forever.
I thought he was like 25 when he was at Watford.
Absolutely. Totally with you. The only thing with him is his injuries. He seems a little bit injury prone, but maybe this. Hopefully that's all right. I think he's slotting really well at Newcastle. Can see him in a black and white shirt. I can just see it.
Is this how it works with you? Can I visualise him in that shirt? No, I can't. Right, he's not going. Simple as that.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And if they do end up going there and he does badly, I'll be like, there you go, told you. Should never have bought that. Shouldn't have put that shirt on. But what I think what's interesting is the Isak rumours, and if the Isak gets swayed by big money, to which he will be over. Maybe not this season.
No, it seems to have all gone quiet, isn't it, on Isak? I can't see anyone coming for him now. But let's see. It's all very quiet.
Let's come back to the striker stuff because the striker stuff is coming up.
Juventus have offered Sporting Lisbon striker Victor Gyökeres an £11 million a year contract as they try to beat Manchester United and Arsenal in a deal for the 27-year-old Sweden international. That's in the mirror. Do you want to come back to that as well?
We can go. No, let's get straight into it.
It does sound like for the news in the last couple of days, it sounds like Gyökeres has turned down United, and it seems to be Juve making big pushes along with Arsenal now.
He's screwed himself here, and I think we'll sidestep slightly. Let's just jump straight into the striker stuff. In my opinion, Arsenal hold the keys to the striker issue. And Osimhen. Osimhen wants his big payday, and he's holding out for Saudi because the Saudi window opens a little bit later. That's connected to Gyökeres because Gyökeres has basically come out and said, I'd rather play for Arsenal, but Then Fabrizio Romano said it went one way. It was like he's turned down United, and then another tweet later came when he's not turned down United. He's just waiting to see what else is available.
He's basically like, I'll go to United if nobody else wants me.
Yeah, but now United, basically, because Amarim's already said, look, if you don't want to play for United, you're not. Yeah. You're done.
Yeah, I saw
You're
that.
cooked. So, and I mean, Gyökeres may be different because he's his old boy, but I think we've already swerved and just gone, right, okay, Arsenal, if you're not going to have him, someone else can have him. We're just going to focus on players that we do want or do want to play for us. And who's come out of the woodwork and said straight up, was a Manchester United fan as I was a kid.
It's Ekitike.
Ekitike. And it's like, and it's not my favourite. He's a Xerxes. He's a younger Xerxes, and he's in the wrong. That's not the right position. He's an absolute baller.
A younger Xerxes. You're not really selling him very highly there.
No. So like he's in the same position. No, I wouldn't say he's the same player. I think he's a much better player than Xerxes. But he's he comes off the shoulder. He comes deep. We want a soul striker. I want nothing else more. I want Mateta.
Ooh.
That's who I want.
I could see him in a red shirt, Will. Can you?
I could. And that's I love that celebration.
Yeah.
Kicking the corner flag. Corner flag. Oh, but he's perfect. He's tried and tested. Premier League tested. Yeah. He will do a job. Yes, he's older. And yes, but he's cheaper. He's
much more gettable for Man United. I think you're right. He would snap up the chance to be in that Ruben Amorim team, and he's like I say, he's gettable. He's proven. I think he's a great shout. He's much more fitting with your kind of current ambitions. I'd feel.
Absolutely. That's who I'd like anyway.
Tottenham are set to open talks with Rennes over French striker Arnold Caliamendo, 23, plays for Rennes. Do you know anything about this guy? Never heard of him in my life. That feels about right for Spurs.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
I'll tell you, going back to Spurs pretty closely is because they've also now activated the Tell purchase, I believe.
They have.
Because of Mbrumo saying United, they've just gone, right, he's off the cards 100%, so they just instantly clinched that yesterday.
It's interesting with Tell. He has not set the world alight, and he's 29 million.
I think that he'll have a better season this season.
He is young. He is young. I think he's only 20, isn't he?
Because he is really good, and I just feel like he needs a better season. He needs to bed in, and Premier League's a big step. It's a big difference.
Old Arnold Caliamendo, just FYI, just looking up on him, for Rennes since 2022, he's appeared on 93 occasions for the team, scoring 34 goals. So that's that's more than 1 in 3. So not bad stats actually, not bad stats at all. No, 5'9", regular human height, decent. 23 years old. Let's see. That's in L'Equipe. Manchester United have held talks in Frankfurt over Ekitike rather. That's going to be an annoying one to say. But no formal bid has been made yet. You've obviously just talked about that. Let's see what happens. Napoli. I tell you what, mate. It seems to be Premier League teams, bit of Saudi, and Napoli are the teams that we were interested in buying people. Napoli are aiming to sign either Manchester United and Argentina winger Alejandro Garnacho or Manchester City and England midfielder Jack Grealish. But the Italian champions are only willing to spend 45 million. I mean, you could get I'll get you the job done in both of those. So it's what they fancy really, because they're also. Who else? They're in for... This morning I heard they're in for Darwin Núñez as well, Napoli. And they've obviously been linked with a load of other players.
Napoli are... and I'm not just saying that because of Scott McTominay. And obviously, who's the manager? Conte is the manager, isn't he?
Yep. Just got KDB as well.
Just got KDB. Yeah, that landed last week. They have got a hell of a team being put together.
Have you heard Garnacho being linked anywhere else?
Garnacho has been linked to Chelsea, and he's also been linked to Napoli, and there was someone else, potentially Turkish Galatasaray.
Oh, okay.
No? Galatasaray?
Chelsea, by the way, a transfer that went under my radar. I was doing a bit of research for the pod. They have signed a Brazilian winger this summer for 29 million. 18-year-old winger from Palmeiras, Estevão Willian. Another Willian.
Another William. Well, they've gone down well in the past.
Obviously 18, probably not one for now. But you wouldn't rule out going for Garnacho as well. So let's see.
It's just a classic Chelsea purchase, but because they buy all the young players and they're just going to shift them on for profit, but with a Premier League to Premier League purchase, you've got to put an extra 10 million on top of that. Arrivals.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have to.
Yeah.
So. And also some kind of percentage buy-on fee. Which is what I think Napoli were offering. If he goes to be bought on, we still get 25% of his signature or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Atletico Madrid will target Aston Villa and France fullback Lucas Digne, 31, if they do not sign Scotland and England left back Andy Robertson, also 31. That's in the Times. That's been picking up pace this week, the Andy Robertson move. As a Liverpool fan, I would hate to see that happen. I would much rather, although Liverpool are about to get Kirkes over the line, Robbo is massive in the dressing room. He's a captain of Scotland. He is a massive player for us, and he will still play. He will still get games this season. I hope he doesn't go. It's just not worth our while in selling him. And I'm sure he might jump at the chance to go to Madrid. Last little jaunts before he gets much older. Still at the peak of his powers. Could be a good move for him. He might not want to sit around in Liverpool. He's won everything. It's another Trent situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to see him go. I like him in the Premier League. He's got the right attitude. He's a shit house, and he's just he talks his crap and he gets stuck in. He's a proper footballer. But yeah, I wouldn't like to see him go. But yeah, Kirkes. Do you want to touch on some Liverpool stuff? Because you guys.
Oh mate, we're going to get into that. Don't you worry about that. I've got some bits to say about that. Sod it. Why not? Let's do it. It's been a great window so far, mate. We got Frimpong came in early doors, as we all know. Great signing.
How much was that?
35 million.
That's not fair. That's not
fair.
That
seems to be the going rate for really good wing backs at the moment, because Ryan Aït-Nouri's just gone to the City for 36 million, which is an absolute snip. Wolves fans will be crying into their cornflakes at that. He should be 50 million for sure. Like you say, a little bit of Premier League tax. They've not really come out very well out of that deal, Wolves. It's a bit surprising.
I'm so shocked by that bit of business, because I rate him really highly as well. He's so perfect. He gets so high up the pitch. He's so attacking orientated, but he does track back and he does a job in defence and he does exactly what you need.
My suspicion is that we're actually going to start phasing out and transferring to life without Mo. I think Mo could be getting a little less game time this season, because he is starting to wane. He is older now. He's playing differently. I think we could be saving him a little bit more rather than playing for every minute of every game. I can see Frimpong playing right wing, because he was playing very advanced for Leverkusen. Can play right back, he will play right back, but we've obviously got Conor Bradley, who's fantastic. I can see Frimpong playing just as much an attacking role as defence. That's my suspicion, and I'd like to see that, because we can't keep relying on Mo.
Frimpong is a great signing. That he's for that amount of money. We were in for him a few years ago. Right, we wanted him. I remember his name being bandied about, and I was like, I've not really heard much about him. Looked him up, and I was like, he's tasty. And then, of course, he's become an absolute powerhouse, and he's so underrated, and he's going to nail it in the Premier League. If you guys sort that side out and you do play that way, even if you play Frimpong further up or in right back, and you've got Harvey Elliott there, but you get yourself a decent striker. Oh
yeah,
I'm not liking this.
The move, obviously, biggest move of the transfer window anywhere in the globe, has been his teammate, Mr. Florian Wirtz. We got the here we go now. Medical's booked in for Friday. That's done. That's going to happen.
No.
That's caught me off guard, because it's not a position that needed strengthening, but he's an upgrade to any team, and what a move. We spoke about it before, going, when you win the league, it's Alex Ferguson always said it, that's when you strengthen. You know, you can't rest on your laurels, you've got to keep pushing. And that just gives everybody a kick up the arse, going, okay, Florian Wirtz is here now. We can't, I've got to keep on top of my game. You're not just going to be like, look, we're champions, I'm going to take my foot off the gas next season. Absolutely not. We're bringing in top talent. And, mate, I am buzzing. I don't know where he's going to play. Like, they're talking about maybe... They're talking about maybe out, he can play out left. Like, if there's still the rumours about Diaz going, he could play out left. He could play as like a false 9. He could just come in and rotate, with Dom and Mac 10. There was the rumours that he wanted the number 10 shirt off McAllister, but I don't think he's going to get it. But he was fine.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see them sort of like duke it out in the middle of the pitch. Yeah. But I think he's such a good player. I mean, look, you might have underpaid for Frimpong by about 10 or so mil. But you paid for the price for that because he's that good.
He is that good. He's 22. He's a German international. He's quality. 116.5 mil. It's going to go up to in the end. That's fine by me, mate. That's fine by me.
What's he on a weekly? Do you know?
No, we haven't got Garnacho in our room telling everyone.
No one tells it. They don't even talk about it. You send him there for camp outside. He'll probably pick it up.
Yeah.
He's a top player. As I said, he's young. He's the elite. He's in the top like 5%, 10% in my opinion. He's like Lamar level. They're all up amongst it. The young kids, and you've got one of them now.
Mate, do you remember when we said in the last episode about new transfers coming in, not slamming them straight into your FPL team? I mean,
oh god, no!
He's going straight in, isn't he? I don't know what he's going to be though. Like minimum 9. It could be anywhere between 9. I don't think he would go as high as 11 on his first season. You could.
Oh, hang on. Before we
I think could be 9.5, 10.
Can we come back?
Maybe.
I really like this. Can we come back? Can we finish the transfer bit and then we go into the FPL kind of bits? I mean, there's not too many to talk. I guess we have to talk a little bit about Man City as well because they've made. You guys have made... So Liverpool strengthened 100%. Kirke is going to come in. Yeah.
A little bit on Bournemouth. They've bought a replacement left back. They bought Adrian Truffert from Rennes. 14.3 million, which is a done deal. So Kirke will go through in the next week or so, I'd imagine.
You might even... one of my I'm a big fan favourite of a double shirt revealing. Of both players.
Double
I don't know why. Yeah, when I just love it. Like when you're both there with both shirts, it just feels like such a power move.
I don't, mate. For some reason that's taken me back. The only time I can picture that is it was with Rafa Benitez, and it was two bang average players. It was like Mila Jovanovic and someone else there with Rafa Benitez. It was like. It's no wonder they were both there. Let's just get this done, lads. Don't tell anyone. Do we have to do an announcement?
That'll be great. I mean, you guys have definitely strengthened.
City, as you were about to say, mate. Yeah, City. They bought in Reinders 46.3 million, Aït-Nouri 36.3, and Cherki 34 million, which takes their they spent 180 mil in Jan. And they've spent £116.5 million so far this window. Don't think they're done yet. I think it's interesting to know what you were saying earlier about if Liverpool get a striker. It's very quiet at Liverpool on a striker. We're kind of keeping tabs. There was a rumour of Osherman last week. Gokares was mentioned a few weeks ago. I don't know. Ekitike, we've had links to over the last year. We have been keeping tabs on him for a while.
I don't mind him with you guys. I think you suit him.
He would suit us. I like him a lot. But I don't know. I think maybe now we'll focus on getting some players out, as I think United will. And
it's time.
And then we'll see what's left after Arsenal make their decision. I think you could be right.
I think that they're just going to wait. They're going to wait it out because we want our business done early, like everyone else does. Because Amorim needs, and like every manager does, if you have a successful pre-season, it reflects dramatically on how you start the beginning of your season, and also it reflects massively on the transfer window in general. Good business, good team, good. We want a striker before the transfer window, before the pre-season, and Arsenal will go. Absolutely not, because they've got the money to lay down big for any of these. Well, apparently, but they're not going to spend it because I reckon Arsenal are a bit tight.
Don't, mate. The Zubimendi deal's still not over the line. Don't know what's going on with that. It's dragging on, man. Like he's so like, I want to go. No, I don't. No, I want to go. No, I don't. Where is he? Sociedad. Apparently, he gets very homesick. He loves being a Sociedad, which is fair, but. Just make your mind up, mate. Like he said, he'd come to Liverpool and he didn't, and then they were saying Arsenal. Yeah. I think he will. It will happen, but it's dragging on, mate. He said he's got options. Mates, talking of like getting off to a good start in the Premier League, I wonder. I have genuine fears for Man City and Chelsea's starts of the season after competing in the Club World Cup, mate. It's honestly, I don't know if you've been watching anything. It's been very hit and miss. So I'm struggling to get excited about it.
I'm not. Obviously United aren't in it. Liverpool aren't in it. Well, Liverpool in it? No. So the two biggest clubs in the UK aren't in it. So it's like, so what are they? What's the point? Why are Chelsea even there?
I don't know. I don't understand. It was like an invitation process, but like I don't get it.
A few years ago, they really messed up. And look, the empty seats in the stadium speak volumes. And I'm just not in.
I think the empty seats. Obviously, because it's at an awkward time there. Do you know what I mean? Like they're trying to please everyone. I guess they're trying to please Europe by giving us the 8:00 kickoff time that we can watch on TV. Whereas for the locals, they've got like 11 o'clock kickoffs. They've got 2 a.m. kickoffs, which are obviously more for them, where they'll get more full stadiums, but not going to get the viewers. They're trying to do it all. So it's tricky. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even fussed about watching it. But yeah, it's interesting. I do just wonder if it is going to be too much football, and Man City, after the season they've had, you'd have thought they needed to nail pre-season. I'm sure they could be doing that without this, but maybe they need the money. Maybe they actually really need this money, as I'm sure Chelsea do. But yeah, no. So it's been a good start to the transfer window, isn't it? And we'll keep an eye on things coming up. Should we call it a day for today? What do you reckon? Anything else?
Do you want to? I'll tell you what. Why don't we? I wanted to talk about the price points of where we think people are going to come in, but should we save that for maybe in a couple of weeks' time?
We ain't got many to talk about, have we? Really? Let's go. Place your bets on Wirtz. That's the most intriguing one, I think.
He's got to be in the 9s. He can't be 8.5. He can't be.
Let's just put it into perspective. Bruno Fernandes was 8.5 last year, wasn't he? Was Rashford 9?
He went up. Yeah.
But at the beginning of the season, KDB. KDB. What was he like? 10.5.
I think he was 10. They all kind of come in lower than like around. I suppose like most of them around, but they came. Yeah, I remember Rashford from the previous season. He came up. And KDB came up. Saka came up.
Palmer was 10.5, wasn't he?
You've
got to put him in this kind of like bracket of Palmer, Saka would have been KDB, Bruno. Obviously, the fact that he's at Man United is cheaper, but for Liverpool, I don't know. You had the Liverpool centre midfielders in Szoboszlai and Matt. They were both 7.5 at the beginning of the season.
He's got to be around 8 or 9.
I think 9 minimum. I could see him coming in at 9. I think 9 could happen. But like I say, you wouldn't be surprised if he came in at 10.
But I could also see them going, because he's got no Premier League experience, that they put him in at 8 or like 8.5. If that's the case, he is already a slam dunk in my opinion. He's straight in. He's first pick.
Yeah.
He's first pick. I tell you who I'm really interested in.
He's a cheap option to Mo. Like, you can genuinely go against Mo now.
Yeah. The two people that I'm most interested in is Cole Palmer, because of obviously his dip in form, is that going to reflect for his latter part of the season? He really did. We got a little bit better towards the end, but he was. You'd be thinking he's in that 10 mil slot straight away, but maybe that's taken a hit. And the other one that I'm really interested in is, well, of course, Cunha and Mbeumo, but is Rodgers, Aston Villa, because he was so majorly underpriced last season. Because although he wasn't relatively new, he just was that price. But he was key. He was a key player.
5 million.
He surely,
didn't he?
Yeah, surely he goes in at like a 7.
I know. Do you remember last pre-season? We were all talking about Rodgers. He had a fantastic pre-season, didn't he? And it was clear that he was going to be a player. And he didn't let us down.
I'm just concerned with Villa now. Like, I'm concerned because they're selling up.
Let's see if they might not sell up, and they might just have another great set, because they're talking about getting rid of Martinez, aren't they? Martinez waved goodbye at the end of the season.
But I just wouldn't be surprised if there's some more departures from Villa.
Well,
and I'm like,
if they've got to balance the books, you might be right.
Yeah, and then that Rodgers in that slot without having the support around him, be upsetting for him. He'd have to shift.
Like I say, if Martinez goes, there was obviously in the rumours that we talked about, Atletico sniffing around Luca Dean.
True.
That's another player of their books. One to watch.
Yes. But yeah, few more signings. Now the window's back open.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's all about sales now, isn't it?
Like it's exciting, watch it's what we want. The transfer window is open properly, William. Let the games begin.
I absolutely love it. And before you know it, we're going to be in pre-season and back on the show full time.
Yeah. So we're going to kick up pre-season. I saw pre-season fixtures kicking off. They're usually about 12th of July, around that area for your team.
Well, United got a leak. Because we're Manchester United and Garnacho's just yapping away.
Giving it all a big shout.
We had the fixture leak already yesterday or this morning, and I think our first game of the season is Tottenham, off the top of my head, which is going to be interesting. And then I think it's Fulham.
I saw Everton. Phil sent me some leaks yesterday. Said Liverpool Brighton opening day of the season, 5:30 kickoff. We'll see if the leaks are to be true.
Yeah, we shall. TBC. All right, mate. I think that was nice. Nice little catch up.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe. We'll be back again soon with some more transfer chat. Enjoy your sunny weekend, everybody. We'll be back. That's Tom and Will signing out. Big love. That's a wrap.